Hey, Aquarius, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your June 2024 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Aquarius, welcome. Bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming, Rose. There is some form of financial relief here available to you. This is about being content. You may be in some sort of loving role, supportive role. Job security is manifesting here in your world, as well as growth. You could be growing a business, growing your money. I'm also getting money blocks or inspirational blocks are being removed. Creative blocks that you've had. I'm also feeling for those of you that are highly intuitive, if you felt blocked lately, it may be because of so many things going on in the physical or material world. Or it may be because you were self-doubting or second-guessing yourself. Yeah, some of you may even be oracle or tarot readers, or you may work as a spiritual teacher or influencer. I'm getting self-doubt, but you are on the right path. And even though you may have gone through a period of questioning if you're on the right path, I feel getting out in nature, grounding, reconnecting, getting back in touch with yourself, eating healthier. These are all things that are going to help you feel more confident about your journey. Oh, I love this. We have the money tree showing up. Some of you, I'm getting work with horticulture or work with plants. Maybe that's in your personal life or your professional life. You may be working with food. Okay, I'm getting food could be significant here for you, Aquarius. Now, we have a fresh start. You may be an entrepreneur, or you have gone through a period of a layoff or unemployment as well. I feel like there is a new beginning. It wouldn't surprise me to see a few aces, maybe even that Fool energy. Okay, maybe a twist of fate. I'm getting High Priestess for you as well, but look at, we start off with the World showing up. So this is about completing an old cycle that you may have been stuck in, because I feel the World, it's like going round and round. You felt like something may have been incomplete, or you may have felt stuck, but there is a completion or a finalization coming in here for you, Aquarius. An end to an old way of thinking, an old way of doing things. How would you like, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, because we do have a wish manifesting here in your world. We're just going to get all your tarot cards out here. For some of you, look at that, Five of Swords. Some of you are dealing with a lot of back and forth. Again, mental conflict. Maybe you are struggling with someone else in your world. Someone who may have been very bossy, very entitled. Okay, that's interesting. I'm getting entitlement, or they thought that they were entitled to a job or to, a raise. Perhaps someone thought that they knew more than they knew, or it could have even been a boss with an altered ego here, Aquarius. And for those of you, there she is. There's the High Priestess. So for those of you that were doubting your own intuition, it was because the head got in the way. Yeah, and this has been coming up a lot lately. If we don't master our thoughts master us. And that's not always, not always a good thing. We don't need that many cards here, Spirit. So I do feel like a lot of you are getting back on track mentally. I'm getting Four of Swords here. And an outcome. What do we have for an outcome here? Eight of Swords. Look at that. It says self-confidence returning to that self-confidence versus self-doubt. So Eight of Swords is getting out of your own head, getting out of your own way. There may have even been some subconscious self-sabotaging that you may have been going through that may have been affecting your intuition. And I was picking that up in the very beginning. But the good news is, you're highly gifted, Aquarius, at whatever it is that you do. Even if you're not in an intuitive, or spiritually based business or job, that's okay. But you may have been doubting yourself Do I have the skills? Can I go back to school? Am I good enough for this raise? Am I going to get this job offer? Why am I getting passed up? Some of you may have even felt like you were a little bit victimized here with that Eight of Swords, but it is showing up in the reverse position, which I like to see because you are moving towards freedom. You're telling yourself a new story. And I'm going to tell you here, whatever you are manifesting, that's the new story. It's like rubbing that genie in the bottle that you see on this Nine of Cups, or rubbing the bottle here, and you are manifesting a wish that at one point you felt was empty, like there was no substance to it, but it's showing up in a new form, a new energy, a new frequency. Yeah, because there was an empty promise that was unfulfilled, and that may have been why I feel the world spinning back and forth for you. Now, Aquarius, the nugget, this is a small increase, valuable information coming to light. It's taking a good, honest assessment where you're at, where you want to be, where you're going. This is steady work, building up a career, and also a fresh start. This could be a fresh start in the material or physical or financial world. This can be a fresh start mentally. And I do get that for a lot of you. And you are an air sign. So, you can get caught up in your head. I get it, Aquarius. I'm Libra sun and Aquarius moon. So sometimes we tend to not feel that flow of ideas at times, or we feel overwhelmed with so many ideas that we're not quite sure how to ground them into reality. And then they just sit there floating in the ether until we do something with them. And so you have this light bulb moment going off. There's a new income source coming in here. And a lot of you are entrepreneurs, or this again is a new job coming in. And I feel like the hand of the divine is coming through, pushing you towards it, where your intuition is highlighted and not to second guess it. So if you have a creative idea, if this is something you want to build on your own, or if you're wanting to start a business or branch off in a new direction within your business, or if you want to go for that raise or go for a new position, trust what you are being guided on an intuitive level, even if it means you step back from a situation. Yeah, some of you may need to step back and get a little bit of space. If you're able to, take the weekend to get away or get out in nature, take a break in some way, shape, or form, because we have the Watch card. This is about a waiting period. Some of you have gone through a little bit of a delay. Maybe you were laid off, or you just didn't feel like the finances were coming in. I feel in the near future, this may have to do with what I was just talking about, taking a little bit of time. Okay. And then you're going to be able to seize the moment because you'll have clarity. You'll have a new sense of confidence, and you'll be telling yourself a brand new story. And then it's time to profit, right? It's time to seize the moment. But sometimes we get really stuck in that, mental handicap in a way where it puts a block on money, or it puts a block on moving forward. And you may also be waiting for these new opportunities, and you're starting to feel a little discouraged that they're not showing up in your timing. But Spirit is saying, we got your back. Don't worry. Give us some breathing room here. Try to focus on your health and your family, your mentality, and focusing on what you can control, not worrying about what you cannot control or what doesn't exist. It could be an illusion, right? Fear, false evidence appearing real. You tell yourself, I'm not good enough. That's an illusion, right? Tell yourself you're not going to get that job. Well, if there's no concrete evidence that you haven't got the job, we don't need to constantly be replaying out that story, because we can create self-fulfilling prophecies. So I am getting here that you are getting back to a place of feeling good with your energy, feeling that instead of resistance, there's more flow. And I feel that resistance here may have been a part of maybe the process along the way. Now you have, you have the Rose card. Oh, look at that. You can't make this up. The Anchor, second card underneath, it says money blocks, being stuck, right? That's what you are releasing. That's the relief, financial relief, that there was some sort of conflict, right? Two of Swords energy, crossroads, but there's the breakthrough. So what you don't see coming is you're removing these blockages. whatever they may be for you, Aquarius, and you are supported, right? That supportive role could be the universe putting you in the perfect role that will support you. And you're going to realize that all of those rejections or all of that, unnecessary worry was to put you, Spirit was guiding you and directing you to be exactly where you needed to be here. Some of you may have been fired, okay, maybe even demoted, or you were dealing with a legal situation. That may be why you felt victimized as well. I'm also getting something with HR, or there may have been a situation that you had to report, or maybe someone, had reported you for something that you didn't do and you just felt stuck. I feel like there's a breakthrough this month. Whatever the block was, take it as it resonates. Now you have oracle cards. Some of you are readers professionally, or you are trying to discern answers for yourself. But even if you're pulling your own cards and it doesn't feel like it fits, that's what I'm getting here for some of you. Even if this is, in the morning before you head to your corporate job, you're pulling a card. How is this going to end up? And you're getting, completely off kilter cards. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are not intuitive, right? It just means that you may not be meant to know, or emotions could really be, driving the force, or you may not be ready to hear what you need to hear. There can be so many different factors, but I also feel that it's important to reconnect to you. And yes, the tools are helpful, but reconnect to you through meditation, through just being present, okay? And that's going to help you move forward. Now we have crystals. Some of you could be working with crystals as well, because these tools are very helpful. They're very important, but they are guiding factors, right? Tarot is not set in stone. Tarot is just there to help and guide. And same with your intuition, there to help you and guide, but we have free will. And so if there's that resistance, if there's that tug of war going on, you may be struggling with manifesting this infinite abundance that is rightfully yours. So it says here, you are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. So for those of you intuitives out there, professionally or personally, trust that you are able to discern answers and guidance for others. If you're going through a funk, right, that's just what it is a funk. You're going to snap out of it here, getting back to you in no time. Crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. I'm also getting, aside from just the pretty polished stones, some of you could even be heading to a place where crystal formations or rocks, or perhaps a beach where there's a lot of agates or something of that nature. I feel like you could be getting outdoors and you find a really amazing rock, maybe even one that's heart-shaped or has a hole in it as well. So pay attention. You could be finding a very significant rock. You have author. We have some authors in the house here, some writers, publishers. It says you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. Yeah. And this can also be journaling as well. For those of you that are maybe learning more about tarot, you're creating your own oracle deck, or you're trying to utilize more spiritual tools to help you connect with your intuition, I feel journaling or automatic writing could be something that benefits you at this time as well. Yeah, writing things down. We do have animals. It says you understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance. Yes, I keep hearing that for you. Trust your inner guidance. Animals are part of your life's work. We have spiritual teacher. You heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars, or you are learning to, educate yourself and incorporate that knowledge, turn it into wisdom so you can be possibly a spiritual teacher or influencer in some way, shape, or form. So whether you are the student or you are the teacher, this could be very beneficial for you at this time. And lastly, Aquarius, we have infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. And that may be something you struggle with, because we have the word supportive role. Am I supported while I take this path or while I go in this direction? I don't feel supported. I feel like I'm doing this on my own, or I feel disconnected, or I feel like I'm not trusting my intuition. It's blocked, or whatever it may be. Spirit is reminding you twice here. You see the words twice. Support, supportive role. All right, what do we have here? We have benefits. Some of you may work in the corporate world where you are staying because of benefits, but you're trying to build something on the side. This may have to do with insurance, flexibility, pension plans, health insurance. This can be paid vacations, achievements, and rewards. I'm also getting, if you are an entrepreneur, you may be shopping around or looking into, LLC or insurance, excuse me, for small business, things of that nature, and how you can maybe take a class here for and have it written off. Okay, maybe some write-offs you're looking at. Some of you may have purchased some crystals or some things of that nature. And so I feel like there are bountiful benefits around you, or that you are stepping into. This Nine of Cups is big energy here. Job offer. Hello, job offer. You're negotiating. This guy's happy. So whatever it is that you are wanting to manifest, I feel like this is a big old yes. So if you go into that job and you feel confident and you tell yourself, this is where I want to be, this is what I'm feeling, I feel good about this, I know I'm confident in my skills, and I trust, now this is key, I trust that this opportunity or something better awaits me. Because then it allows the universe to open you up to, this energy of what you want or something better. And so it doesn't just, play out as an expectation where there's disappointment per se, right? And I feel like you are getting this offer coming in, and it's something that you know that you'd be perfect for. It could be a dream job for some of you. It's going to allow you to save because there could be an increase. I do see that increase, right? Someone is getting an honest assessment. I do feel like there is a new job offer or a new beginning coming in here for you. Now you could even have, because we have a background check. Someone's looking into you here. Someone's doing the research. That could even be that high priestess. Someone may not be saying something right away. They may be, the man behind the curtain or the woman behind the curtain type of energy with that, high priestess. But I also feel like you're trusting your inner self to lead the way. You're trusting in your higher self, and you're silencing that negative voice. And someone wants what you have to offer. There could be some new assets involved, maybe a company vehicle. This could be a computer, some form of electronics. Some of you may need to get a new work chair, okay, or a ergonomic workspace. Yeah, I'm getting something with the chair, the wheel falling off, or, a new keyboard. Someone needs a new mouse or some sort of workspace update, okay? And then we have money tree. Beautiful. There's no endings here. This looks really great. So some of you, the message here is what you've been worrying about actually manifests into something quite significant. Yeah, like the worry is unnecessary, or you were worrying for nothing. And I feel deep down, you are aligned with that energy. But sometimes that monkey mind comes in and throws us for a loop, and then we second guess. And I feel because your original energy of manifestation was there, that's why you are getting offered this new beginning. Yeah, because we have the world. There is a triumphant completion. You've completed that cycle of, putting out 1 million resumes, or you've completed that final chapter in the book that you're ready to launch. You've completed the editing touches on your Oracle deck, or you've finally opened up your own website, or whatever it may be. There's some, completions that are happening here for you in the month of June. And instead of feeling like you're set back, or instead of feeling stuck, you're opening yourself up to expansion, Aquarius. The world is your oyster. And what's crossing you is the 6 of Cups. And this is an energy of, at times, feeling a little nostalgic. This could be a blast from the past coming back around, maybe an old work connection, or someone you used to work with, an old boss. Or it could be Sweet childhood dreams, right? Six of Cups can be childhood dreams. What did you always want to do when you were a child? Did you want to teach? Did you want to be an author? Did you, were you really good at making, forts and playing with babies, or, whatever it may be? I feel like you're recreating that. There is a childhood dream or a wish here that is coming true for you in some way, shape, or form. Six of Cups is a beautiful heart energy. It's about kindness. It is about second chances and reconnecting to a past energy of maybe something you have put on the back burner. But as it shows up as a challenge, don't stay stuck in the past, right? Because you may feel at times like you're longing for the good old days, or you're longing when things were stable or things felt simple. I'm getting simplicity, okay? But there is growth and expansion. There's another message here around technology, AI, and systems and things of that nature, which Aquarius, you rule anyway. I feel if you are learning these things, they could feel a little bit frustrating, and you may be thinking, why can't we just go back and, have the original book on paper instead of, A, B, and C. So I feel like there is a little bit of frustration when it comes to learning something new. And you may at times say, I wish we'd still had, typewriters. Okay, well, maybe that's not it, but I feel like there is something of the past you wish would still be a part of, the present, but it's not, because there's been technological advancements and updates. But you'll see once you start getting acclimated to the energy, you start feeling more familiar with it. I mean, it could be a whole new system that your company is utilizing, and you have to learn something from scratch. I'm getting some sort of log, or some sort of like logging in, a login, or is this a backlog? Okay, take that as it resonates. Now, what's below you is the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is the card of growth. It is about making choices that allow you to move forward in your career. So this is in your deep foundation. I like this because it's a return on your investment. It's patience. It's hard work. It is not taking your eye off the prize. And you see right above you, that's the prize, the Nine of Cups. So you've been really working hard, building yourself up, years and years of putting in your blood, sweat, and tears when it comes to your business, and having ideas that come and go, and some that you ground into reality, some that you don't. Some of you have had a couple of different businesses. Some of you have worked at a few different places. And you also see the Three of Coins showing up in your recent past. This is about building that foundation. Some of you may have been in a situation for 3 years, okay, or since, maybe even 2023. March could be significant here as well for you. March could have been a month where you decided to take another step or take a leap of faith. I'm getting March energy. Okay, Aquarius. You may have went back to school, okay, with the Three of Coins. Some of you, there's some sort of collaboration here, or you may have been trying to create a new opportunity for yourself. And maybe that started in March, maybe it started 3 years ago, but you're finally coming to this place here of wishes granted, wish fulfillment, emotional satisfaction as well on how far you've come on your journey. So even though you may have went through a little bit of a block of some way, shape, or form, intuitively, financially, there is a manifestation showing up above you. So you're going to see that something that didn't work out in the past with the Six of Cups, and how ironic, we have 369 here. So something with, maybe, is that Tesla's 369 theory? Some of you could be seeing 369, but 369 is about steps, and it's finalization of the stages. When you look at 3s, 6s, and 9s in tarot, it is, the new beginning with the 1, the 2 is the choice, the 3 is that first tier in the 3, right? And then you go through the 4, which is planning and structure, 5s bringing change, and 6 bringing harmony because of going through the 4 or 5 and then hitting that 6, that second tier. And then 7, 8, and 9 is about, evaluation, spiritual awareness with the 7. The 8 is the drive, the power, the courage, the strength to keep going. And the 9 is that final completion. So a lot of you, here you are, you're hitting that final tier, and we see how it's played out here for you. But there's something quite significant that you've been really working hard towards, and you're seeing that, it's coming to fruition, or again, you're understanding now why you had to go through something that you've gone through in the past. Now, what's showing up here in the near future is the 5 of Swords. There's some sort of compromise to win, okay? Now, I like that it's in the reverse position at least, because the 5 of Swords, it can be about choosing your battles, knowing what to fight for, when to walk away. It can be walking away from conflict as well. You may have been dealing with someone with a win at all costs personality, or some of you, if this is your energy, if you're not dealing with someone else, don't shoot the messenger. You may have got caught up in your head where you had one direction here in mind. You had an expectation that you could not see who you were without this, suction cup to your forehead, where there may have been, I need to win. I have to win. And I feel like there's this drive and this dedication. I mean, this guy, he looks like he's going to war. His mouth is open. He has sweat flying everywhere, and he has his 4 swords in his back and his 5th sword. He's going to battle, right? And so I feel like this can also be a very strong drive within yourself to not give up for what you want, but make sure that that mental mind of yours isn't overpowering, over controlling you, right? And putting you in a spot where it's actually hindering your own intuition, because what the mind wants, the mind goes for it. Like, it feeds off of this energy. But I feel for those of you that, if that has been the case for yourself, you're letting go of that conflict here. 5s are also, about change. So you're changing the way you think about things. And if this is you, maybe something that you were fighting for, you may say, maybe it's just not worth it. Maybe I need to look at things from a new approach, a new, mind shift here. A mind altering energy is happening. And for some of you, if you were coming up against the odds here, or it just felt like you were butting heads with a boss or someone who was very ruthless, and I feel like there is some sort of compromise here and balance within the mind. Yeah. Because we see you showing up here, you're all in. 7 of Wands energy is an all-in, determined, courageous, right? You're going for it here. There's a sense of confidence that's renewing. And sometimes this 5 of Swords, I mean, a lot of people don't like the 5 of Swords because it can really be, I'm going to step on your toes to get what I want. And I'm not necessarily getting that if this is your energy. If it's someone else, that could be the case. But if this is your energy, I just feel like there is a battle of self. I need to be better than I was yesterday, or I need to push myself. I need to try harder. But I'm also getting here not letting those limiting beliefs, right? Doing what you can to fight and battle the mind. That's kind of what I get here for some of you if this is just you. Right? 7 of Wands is saying, I'm all in. I'm going to do what I need to do, even if that means I need to kind of, battle off the negative limiting beliefs, because I'm not going to lose courage. 7 of Wands is non-conforming. It's standing up for your beliefs. It's going the distance and protecting your integrity, your reputation, what you've built. Because again, 3, 6, 9 showing up here is significant for you. And some of you felt like people were looking for a fight. Yeah. Some of you, this is someone else though. 5 of Swords. You felt like someone was coming in looking for a fight, and we have 2 different characters here. So it's like dukes up. This person's coming in hot. You are, you have your defense up, and you're saying, I'm going to come face to face with this. Maybe this is that HR situation or a legal situation, or, if you were done dirty or done wrong, I feel like you're willing to fight for it instead of let someone get away with it, is the energy I'm picking up on with the 5 of Swords, if that is you as well. What's going on in your environment? High Priestess. A lot of intuition is, coming into play here for you. This is about decisive intuition. That means not second guessing yourself. Some of you may be second guessing and saying, should I, shouldn't I? Do I hold back? Do I not? Do I say something? Do I not? Is this truly my intuition or is this my conditioning? We tend to oscillate at times between, our ego and our intuition. And that small voice within your head, that cheerleader, that constant, unconditional love of, support and guidance, that is your higher self. Of leading you in directions that feel more like flow instead of resistance. It's the ego or the wounded ego or conditioning the mind at times that can feel like resistance. That high priestess sometimes is very, very quiet, or it feels that way because everything else is very, very loud. So trust, don't second guess. Easier said than done, I know. 6 of Coins, showing up in your hopes and fears. All you want is a little bit of balance, Aquarius. All you want is some generous giving. Like, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, right? Or I put out the energy, I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this. Give me a nibble or give me a bite. Give me something in return here. And if it's one-sided, it really puts you in a pickle. I mean, it imbalances the energy, it feels like. And it can be unbalanced taking, where you're pouring out your energy to the point of sometimes being drained, but yet you're not getting anything back in return. And there has to be some sort of reciprocity or balance. And that doesn't always mean that money equals money, right? It could be time and money. It could be, even being acknowledged and heard for work, right? There's so many different ways that energy plays out. And I feel like you are afraid of putting so much into something and not getting it back in return, some form of compensation. The 6 of Pentacles in reverse can also be about resisting help, okay? Or saying, I got this. Now, sometimes that 5 of Swords, he can be resistant. So this is either someone that you're dealing with or a characteristic of yourself that says, nope, I got it, right? I can do it all by myself. You probably can, or maybe that person can, but doesn't mean that, that's the highest good or that's what's best. Maybe not, right? That could be the conditioning that, they are used to that says, it's only going to get done if I do it, or it's only going to get done right if I do it, right? Instead of allowing other people to maybe come in, even if that does require maybe someone messing up in order for them to learn, right? The final outcome, 8 of Swords, returning to a sense of confidence instead of letting that old story, 6 of Cups, letting the old story come back to haunt you. The 8 of Swords can also be some sort of physical handicap. Some of you may have had a physical or mental, I think we said mental handicap here, where you weren't feeling very, very inspirational, or you felt like you couldn't move in some way, shape, or form. There may have been inflexibility here. Some of you may have been confined to a certain room. Oh my gosh. Okay. Some of you, now this may only resonate for maybe 1 or 2 of you. When, if you're in school and the teacher says you've been talking too much, go sit in the back of the classroom, or if you're, a small child and your mom says, go stand in the corner, it's like they segregate you to an area to punish you in some way, shape, or form. I feel like there may have been some sort of punishment. Maybe someone actually did separate you and put you in a different area. I mean, how, petty is that? Or perhaps you felt, maybe this is energetically, it's like you had to remove your energy. Maybe it was you that removed your energy because it's like you kept getting drawn into this mental cluster of a mess here with people that you've either worked with or you were trying to build a foundation here, but it's like you're trying to take a step up, but someone keeps pulling you down and pulling you in different directions. So you're returning to a sense of confidence. I feel like you're not wearing the blindfold anymore, and maybe going through that period of, not feeling highly inspired or intuitive may have been about maybe some childhood wounds. Okay, maybe some childhood wounds around not being good enough, not being seen, not being heard. It could also mean chasing success to feel better about ourselves, because then that's going to fill a wound, or it's going to fill some sort of void that we didn't have as a child, right? Because you do have the card of childhood showing up, but I feel like you're waking up to some sort of pattern, some sort of truth. That's why you have the honest assessment. And we talk about money blocks as well. So perhaps it's the way that money was handled in your childhood, the way mom and dad saved money, or maybe, dad didn't give any money to mom, or maybe mom was an overspender or couldn't keep a job, or whatever it may have been. I feel like some of the conditionings that you have, acquired, you're really looking at that in a different mindset, a different space, and you're breaking free from that. And it could be ancestral. It could be something that you were really meant to do on a deeper level. You're completing that cycle with the world, and now the world is your oyster. Now you can see things from a new light, Aquarius. Really quite intense energy here. All right, what do we have? Something is not for you. Yeah, something that, whatever this Five of Swords is, that is causing a lot of mental disarray, that's not for you any longer. The sky's the limit. The world is your oyster. You're walking away from something. If you don't love it, it's also card 6, a lover's energy here. Also Gemini, your fellow air sign. I feel like if you don't love it, or if it doesn't resonate with your heart and soul, you're leaving it, right? Either love it or leave it here. Isn't that a show? Maybe it's listed, maybe listed or leave it. I'm not sure. But this is a clear knowing that something is being denied. Rejection is God's protection. There are times when it appears that no matter how deeply you desire something, no matter how hard you work at something, the result you seek always seems to elude you. It's as if you don't really get to be in the game, and you feel you're just watching from the sidelines. The appearance of this card indicates that you are not going to attain what you want right now, that indeed your dreams for that exact thing, right, that thing over here that may have been rejected to you, is not manifesting. Spirit has a new dream here for you, or a new, manifestation that is truly aligned with what you want. But because this Five of Swords can be such dedication, we were just talking about this, right? It's as if once we take that blindfold off, that expectation, there's a new dream right behind it that is bigger, better, and more emotionally fulfilling than anything you could have imagined. It says here, take heart, for there are benevolent forces who desire the best for you and have a much clearer idea of what is in your highest good. Rejection is God's protection. Something much better that will make you truly happy is on its way. Trust this. And we just said that here as well. So when it comes to prosperity, you can strategize and project and systemize and invest all your time and energy, but sometimes your best laid plans seem to go awry in spite of it all. Keep in mind that no effort is wasted. Fail fast and learn from defeat. Then keep going. You will eventually succeed. Although perhaps, not at this juncture in the game, because it's coming in, it's above you. This manifestation is hovering above you. So it may not be here yet in the physical. You're still completing some cycles here. You're still working on that, mastering of the thoughts. Know when to fold your cards. That's the Five of, Swords. Know when to walk away from a situation in order to manifest something that brings more reciprocity. Yeah. And that's exactly why you have the Six of Coins as your hopes and fears. Don't chase after what flees from you, Aquarius. Don't obsess over what eludes you, and don't bang your head against the wall. There's nothing romantic about what's unavailable. There's no prize given for torturing yourself, and nothing to be gained by refusing to see the red flags that have been waving since you began the pursuit. Now's the time to walk away. There are other goals, right? Other games, other successes waiting for you. The way out of obsessing. Eight of Swords, the way out of obsessing is radical acceptance and surrender. Spirit wants only the best for you. This is a sign that you have something much better waiting for you. Trust. So we're getting that message over and over here where there is a manifestation much better. I mean, this is the completion here of a wish and it's above you. So you may still be on the throes of this 3 of coins, right? Building your foundation. And it may feel in the physical that you haven't quite hit that stride, but you're getting there. And because I see these tiers, the 3, 6, 9, I feel like you're actually going to hit that 9 sooner rather than later. But it requires you to maybe walk away from something, let go of something, or close out an old cycle of, thinking, of patterns, of conditioning, of a job, of something physical, because it's not for you, or it's not something that, you need to keep, like it says, banging your head up against here, because spirit has better plans. So trust your intuition, and the mind blocks it sometimes. All right, let's get a few messages from your spirit animals. And at this time, I just ask, if you can, Aquarius, take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And upon your exhale, with your eyes closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Your animal could be wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. This could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, one that you currently have at your home. Maybe a spirit totem animal that's visited through your meditation or your dreams. Or maybe even an animal that's crossed your path recently in the great outdoors. There is no right or wrong answer, Aquarius. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment section below, and make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, what do we have here, please, for Aquarius? Your first card out, we have Mouse Spirit, card 40. It says, tend to the small things. Yep, tend to the small things at this time. Yeah, because it's going to help you as well. It's going to help you feel more organized, tending to the small things that you can control. That's significant. Some of you may be 40 years old, 34. You may be born on the 16th or the 28th. So tend to the small things. Wrap up what you need to wrap up. Okay, put some finishing touches, some editing, some last minute, interviews, or whatever you need to do. There is a finality showing up here, and you want to make sure everything is tied up so you can cross the finish line and know that you did everything that you could. You have Hummingbird, be here now. And that's the challenge for you. Remember, with that 6 of Cups, sometimes we get stuck in the past, or we get stuck in that past story, mentally, emotionally, and we start to tell ourselves a story that doesn't even exist. And when we do that, we lose energy. We leak energy when we're focused so far on the future, or so far, back into the past. We don't want to leak that energy. We want to stay present, because that is going to be that key of more confidence as well. We have Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. Clear out the clutter mentally, emotionally, conditionally as well. Taking a look at blocks and patterns, limiting beliefs. Clear it all out this month. Some of you may even be going into a deep dive, maybe cleaning out your office, cleaning out, your vehicle if you spend a lot of time traveling, or rearranging space. And lastly, Aquarius, we have card 16 in tarot. 16 is the Tower. Coyote Spirit says, trust in divine detours. Yeah. Divine detours, High Priestess, Nine of Cups. There's a detour coming in here and we may be resisting. If you are listening to this and it's maybe triggered you, or it has been, you've been resisting things that you hear, I feel like Spirit is saying trust, lean into what triggers you, right? Lean into what feels resistant and ask yourself why, right? Why? Now, last but not least, let's get a message from your soul's truth and take a look at what your soul needs at this time, action steps that you can take to help you move forward on your journey. What do we have, please, for Aquarius, please? What do we have for Aquarius? Thank you. Are you consistently showing up? Some trade their dreams for comfort, yet comfort is the enemy of progress. Success requires showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, even when it feels uncomfortable. It takes guts and an endless vision to stay consistent to your dream. There's that dream, that wish. Today's soul action, journal. How ironic, right? Journal where you can be more consistent in your life in alignment with your soulful goals. Then show up. So this has to do with showing up for yourself, right? Showing up so you can be in a stable place mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Showing up and doing the work, trusting in these divine detours, clearing out the clutter, staying in the moment, tending to the small things. Show up for those things, because that's what's going to help you stay in alignment with that dream that I certainly see hovering over your energy here. Something is manifesting sooner rather than later, and you are returning to a sense of confidence. And I am getting with this watch card, there could be something here in 5 weeks. 5 weeks could be significant. And for those of you watching this in May, June could certainly be the month where it is time to profit. Instead of feeling hanged man energy or feeling like you have to wait for a long time, or if you have been waiting, I do see June being a significant month for you. Make sure you're showing up for yourself. That is what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope that was helpful and that resonates. I know it was a pretty intense mind reading as well, but sometimes we all go through that, feeling like something's off, feeling energy shifts, or feeling, mentally like we're not in our best space. But I do feel like you are overcoming some of those blocks, those conditionings, and Spirit wants you to know you are on the right path. You are heading in this new direction. There is a completion here, an ending of an old way of doing things that may or may not have been working for you, but get ready to launch yourself into something really quite beautiful and significant, something better than all of those rejections. Thank you so much for tuning in, Aquarius. If you like the messages and the reading, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And please do drop your power animals below for a chance to win the free reading. Lots of love.